Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Regy and Henry Amazing Grace Foundation is a response to a lot of societal needs, youths, and aspirations. Regy and Henry, as at the time it started, I would say unofficially, 2009 and officially 2014. It's been like being able to, reach out, to treat, to help, to aid a lot of challenges in the society, especially as it concerns women, and not just women, the vulnerable ones, specifically the ones in the sex slum. Over the years, we've been able to reach out to a lot of them, and being able to also get to hear their own part of the story, like this kind of women that ordinarily they are being just commonized, just like you say Agboro. When you say Agboro, people don't want to think there's anything good about them. The sex workers are popularly called the Ashawo. People don't think there's anything good about those girls. So the heartfelt pity, and the possibility of second chance, these are the things that what we had in mind when Regy and Henry moved into such areas, to see how such kind of girls, such categories of women will be able to be given, have an opportunity to life, especially for those of them who are desiring to, who are willing to, who hitherto is one problem or the other that moved them to the sex slums. We thought that if we're able to move in there might be possibility that some might be saved, some might be salvaged, some might still come out to want to do something better, because we don't see sex work as something that is endearing, something that is befitting. People don't want to say they are related to Ashawo. People don't want to associate with them. Even their customers are night customers. People will go there and they see them in the day, even under the rain, they will pass them by. Nobody wants to associate with them. So we looked at the stigma and say, is there how this thing can be changed? Are these girls, is it possible they are all wolves? Is it possible there can be any percentage of any of them that want to, get something out of life? So Regy and Henry now became that response. We became that intervention that we thought a lot of them needed. That was the beginning of Regy and Henry in 2009. As national coordinator, my job is enormous. Coordinator, just like it implies, it goes beyond just the personality. It's your ability to coordinate the job itself, your ability to coordinate the programs. Though yet we have program officers who design the programs, but as a coordinator, you must bring them together. You must reach out to possible partners. You must reach out to gatekeepers. You must reach out to it like an overseer. It's a kind of a job like an overseer. So the job is so enormous. It's a 24/7 kind of work, because you can just be even at home and there's a distress call somewhere. As a national coordinator, you must get up. You must reach out. You are the one who also have to, gather all the workforce together to see how day-to-day program of the organization is being run. And it's just so much. But I tell you, the work, as challenging as it is, has also been very rewarding, very refreshing, because it makes your brain, remain at alert. You're working off and on duty. You're working and you see that all the activities are all synchronizing the way they should be, from January, February up to December. All the activities, all their reports, every visibility study, everything that makes a program become a success is also falling back to you, irrespective of who is designing it. Basically, every year ending, like from November now, we're winding down for the year. Then we'll design our program. We're already making inputs for our program for next year. Fallouts of this year program, impacts of this year program tell us what our next year program is going to look like. So by December, our report for this. By November, our report for immediately after our international conference, our reports are ready for this year, and our timetable schedule for next year program, it's rolled out. Now, that Slum to School is the educational aspect of Regy and Henry. What we do is economic and educational empowerment. So that one is conceived, Slum to School is conceived year 2021. That was the flagship of the program. It's aimed at enrolling children that are out of school and strengthening those ones with weak family structures. What we do is to ensure that children are able to get education, no matter how little our contribution is going to be. We projected 500 children over a period of 5 years. And what we do each year, we return 100, sustain 100. That is 100 every year. We started 2001 under the flagship of Dr. Duru of NATCOM UNESCO. We opened the program, then we enrolled 100 children, enrolling/sustaining. And one beautiful thing about that program is not just enrolling them like you hear people say they enroll children or they sustain children or they supported children. That program has a phase 2 of it, like a sustainability program that sustains that program. What is that? It is called family strengthening, household family strengthening. What we'll do is to train a caregiver or a parent of each of those 100 children that we enroll or sustain. What am I saying? What we do is that we try to get them in, like 2001, we have trained their parents and empowered. 2022, we were also trained and empowered. This year, we have just enrolled them. The 100 we just flagged off for this year. This year's own is third year implementation. What we did was to enroll, and this time, by next month, we are also doing the skill acquisition program to strengthen their families to be able to sustain them to remain in school after we're done with this project. So this project has like 2 more years lifespan. We were thinking we would have gone each of the area councils in Abuja, but we discovered that there's so much need in Buhari area council. The first year of the program, we did Kute and Dusapi, 100 children from these 2 communities. Then last year we did Sumpe and Kuchikau, 100 again. This year we did Shishipe 1, Shishipe 2, and Galui, 100 children from these 3 communities. The program is aimed at primary 1 to 6 and just 1 to 3. So it's still ongoing, and it will elapse in 2025. By 2025, God sparing our lives, we'll be able to move to other communities and see the much we can touch lives over there. Basically, just like any other organization, you will see the issues of, first time maybe you visit a community, there's this issue of acceptability, and issue of trust. Sometimes they begin to look at you that maybe government has given you so much money, billions, yes, and you're coming to, maybe just take their pictures and you go away and you squander the money. They look beyond what you're doing to think that, is it that these people are not just making money on our head, things like that. And so we begin to say, how do we trust these people? Are they not like one of those people that have come? So issue of trust, are they not like one of those people that have come here before and they never came back, and all those ones? Then you now have issues of partnership and funding. You have issues where you have, like, this project is a very huge project, and sometimes the people who are supposed to look into this kind of things are not looking at them. There are organizations that are educationally based, the other one economically based, empowerment based. They are not looking at such things. So we have issues of partnership, we have issues of funding, we have some technical issues too, sometimes insecurity, because some of these areas were like this last one, we had to get the local vigilante, and we had to make sure everybody we invited, we told them the vigilantes are involved. the local police are involved. Insecurity, a lot of things, a lot of challenges. Then a lot of times there are issues of continuity. When you're out of that community, you want them to toe a particular line, but they think it's not. Everything has got its own model. They don't think they should go like that, and you don't have that kind of funding to remain there to ensure they keep, until they adapt to it. So there's a lot of technical issues. There has been so much, especially, and let me even leave that of the slum to school, though it has its own, great moments too, especially with the trained parents of the past 2 years being able now to pay at least their children's school fees. We were talking about government school or not private schools, or to be able to say do PT of 1,900, a lot of them can now, because they can do chin and all those ones. But in the area of our vulnerable women, that's the economic empowerment, is a lot of huge success. Like I said, we started unofficially 2009. It's been a lot of girls have come through our program. We had the mega one we did in 2017. The training, we had over 50 girls trained from the sex slum in Mabuchi, and it's a huge one. Each time I remember that, it makes me happy to say that program achieved that feat. We're able to train them through different kinds of skills, through literacy in digital management, being able to market and all those things. We've been able to take, and for each of our programs, we've been taking them through counseling, mentoring, different programs that can reorient them, where they are coming from. Especially the girls, working with the girls is a mind-blowing thing. Somebody that the society has so much condemned, reduced, that it's difficult to mingle freely outside, knowing that sometimes it's not their fault that they find themselves there. Okay, for instance, we just had a training program that we had in Otako in July, from July 25th to July 28th. About 106 sex workers were trained. Do you know, in the course of the training, there was this star girl, I would say. The girl told us on the day that we were closing that program that she has never matched further, but today she can sew. She has wanted to do pastries, and she was told she was going to pay 180,000. And it was in the course of trying to raise the money that she found herself in the sex slum, trying to raise the money, and the money is never able to be, she's never getting anywhere close. Training these girls it opens you up with a lot of empathy and emotions. You imagine, these are my younger ones, these are my sisters. There's no way you go there, no matter how straight-hearted you think you are, you will go there and you don't break down. You go there, you see them, they excrete on their backyards. You see them, and of course you know that sex work is like a twin, a triplet to ammunition, armed racketing, sex trafficking, drugs. An average ashawo cannot do sex without drugs. And when you ask them, for instance, what's your day like, how would you say? Will you say God has blessed you today? Because in every business, one is wanting to say God has blessed me. So will you say God has blessed you today? And you will hear them say, He blessed me. He gave me like 10 men today. I carry like 10 men. I carry like 15 men. You see that mentality. Now, for you to be able to carry that 10 men, it's not ordinary flesh like this. They get so high, because that 10 men I'm talking about, it's not like 10 men with tie, like correct clean guys. No, it can be Merwa, it can be a beggar, it can be anybody, it can be even the one that is begging has collected enough to go and sleep with that. So we carry the money where he beg, and you can sleep with that. Also, when they do drugs, it enables them to kill everything, emotion in them. They don't feel anything. If you thought they don't feel anything, and they just want to give me the money, just give me the money. So they keep on like that. And when you work with this kind of people, they don't care anything. Call them anything, it doesn't concern them anymore. They don't think, they are not even living on this planet with you. They are ready to die. I've had instances where I go to talk to them, and after that, I had one particular case. One went to Carol, and after talking to the girls, And one, as I was leaving, one said, Mama, please come. I came back, I said, what is it? She said, did you know you have just helped me not to kill myself? So what do you mean by that? He said, Mama, I'm tired. I'm tired. There's cases of suicide every day now. There's, if you go there like today, you go there next week, I'll be looking at them in the faces. From their faces expression, I am already not seeing fear. Would they say this one has died? Would they say this one committed suicide? So that one told me, she said, do you know this morning I got tired? My landlord, their landlords there are collecting money from there every day. You pay daily as in daily. 12 midnight, the landlord will just kick you out. So if you see them like they say, that one that said that she carried 10 men. And that 10 men, how much is it per round? It's 1.5. 1.5 is negotiable. And negotiating, there's nothing you will not hear. Sometimes I even find places to go and sit down and see what is happening there. So it's negotiable that they can even say, no, I no kiss your mouth to how much you reduce money. So many things you hear people trade with their body. Disgusting things. But you sit down and you listen. So that one said she wanted to commit suicide. But when she was told that I came, not like she knew she was not going to kill herself after she had seen me, but she's like, let her wait small time. Let her wait the time and just come and listen to Mama, and she will just take herself. But she said, on listening to me, she thinks she can try again to leave. She said I should come and see. I went into her room, and she was showing me sniper, showed me this small dagger knife that Fulanis used to carry, Then there's one other substance she had. She said she was contemplating the one that would kill her fastest. Which one that will kill faster than the other. That was what she was contemplating before she was told that I came. So her friend that came to drag her said, just come and listen. She said, just come and listen. Her friend didn't know she was going to commit suicide. So upon listening to me, she said, Mama, she kept asking me, do you say you people will come and train? I said, yes, we will train. She said, how much are we paying? I said, you're not paying anything. Our programs across the slums are free of charge. You don't pay anything. What you owe us is just sit down and listen. Sit down and learn. That is what you owe. And she said she can give life a try. But let me shock you. This same girl today is one of our biggest entrepreneurs we have in Slum. She is now an ambassador talking to the girls. If I can leave, you can leave. This is not work. And of course, when they begin to, you empower them and they begin to, get something out of life. Even 3,000 make a lot of meaning to them a day. 1,000 make a lot of meaning to them a day. To say that nobody is rough handling them in the name of paying for their body, and they're able to feed comfortably in a day. Even if it's once they eat, twice they eat, they are happy. They are happy. And they are telling you, it's at that point when they become entrepreneurs now, they are saying, are you saying I was sleeping with this kind of thing like this? Are you saying this, that is somebody like this was climbing me? So their value is returned. So behavioral change in the course of the training. As we do training, we'll put in a lot of activities. We bring in a lot of people to speak to them. A lot of people are also getting interested to know that, there's even somebody that can go to these Ashawo girls. They didn't think there are kind of people. They think they are violent. They think you just go there. See, Ashawo is as any other person. Just like the Agboro you see in the park. Among the Agboros there, you see very good ones. It's just life circumstance. When you go there, they already know they are Ashawo. Pouring hot water on a saw already. So they are good people. They are people that you want to work with if you get close. And they are very serious. There are two kinds of Ashawo you meet there. There are some that want to continue with Ashawo work. They have sworn with their life they want to do Ashawo business. But greater percentage of them is circumstance that brought them there. Like if we have like 100 in the sex slum, over 80% want to do something. Over 80% are in a hurry to leave. They want to learn. And like when we go there, we take like over 12 skills. Pastries, tie and dye, shoemaking, just name it, sewing. Recently, like this training I'm telling you about, Abuja Social Support Welfare, where with us, you can see this is their what the minister gave us, the minister that just left, the Minister of State for FCT, the immediate past one. Over the years, what Abuja Social Support does is to arrest the girls in the street. If you notice that the sex workers in the streets are being arrested just like the Almajiris for littering the streets of Abuja. And of course, Abuja is like Italy of Nigeria, like Spain, like America of Nigeria. Imagine if you're in the village and you're telling somebody you're in Abuja. I'm traveling to Abuja. In fact, there have been cases that I travel. People who know what I do in Abuja because they see me, maybe because of my size like this. I better collect my pikin now. I better help me train my pikin now. Imagine if I was a trafficker. So girls in the street, in these villages, they want to come to Abuja. And when they come to Abuja, they discover that Abuja is not as easy as they thought. They could pick money on the streets of Abuja. And the easiest place for them to go and sleep is the slum. They give them pay 500, you sleep a night. You sleep there, and suddenly you discover that you don't have money. And you're now told to do what others are doing so that you can be able to feed. So the highlight of it of working with these girls over the years is seeing a rehabbed person. A rehabbed person in the sense that you see her dressing changes. She no longer wears, in my village in Igbo land, they call it mbenuku. Skimpy dress, very skimpy. Their dressing changes, their mannerism changes, the way they talk changes. It's going to change because it's not that same customer, because customer has changed from night customer to day customer. Now they have something to offer. They are not just offering sex for a business. They are offering goods and services. So maybe, like we have a lot of girls, like Doreen. Doreen is making big sales with her. She does supplies of almost all the car stands, the hotels, doing her looking. So business changes. A lot of them see their former customers on the way. Like Doreen experience, she said she saw her former customer, and the guy was like, is this you? This can't be you. And she said, it's me. He said, you used to put your hair used to stand, you do like this. He said, no, I'm not going to do a show again. No, I'm not hustling again. No, I'm doing business now. This is what I do. I'm supplying to this car stand. He said, for real? And he said, the guy quickly went to, he said, you're doing business? He said, this is what I do. I do this, I do that. So the guy now took her to an ATM machine and gave her 20,000. As I'm supporting everything. He said, but this is a guy that will be arguing with her for 1,000 to sleep with her. 1,000. So what am I saying? Customer change. Goods change.
Everybody wants to associate and change person.
And you want to come out and you want to dress well. Like my former DJ of NYC. Because the wife is also wanting to, she had her birthday, last 2 years' birthday in the sex slum with the girls. And all the army generals' wives that came, they were all crying. They didn't know that those girls are approachable. They were all crying. And eventually, they mentored a lot of them to be good people. Which means association will also change because they have to go out to where responsible people now go to. Over the years, what we tried to do was to reach out to people who are like minds in what we do. People like minds in what we do. Like you have people, like as I'm talking to you now, gradually you're a partner already, and you see some people will now say, okay, you say you're coming up with this program and you'll be getting this, you'll be getting that. Can we get this for you? Can we get that for you? There are some too who are even sitting and waiting for the program. When will it come up? Okay, you have Slum to school. We missed it. Can we join for that of next year? Like some are already saying, can we join that of next year? Then we're also online. In fact, as we're talking now, we're trying to do what is called a paid advert. Because a lot of people keep telling us that you do more underground. People don't see you. What you do is too voluminous. You need to be in that space where everybody will see. And with the kind of thing you do, it's not what every other person wants to do. Seeing you in the sex slum, who wants to go to sex slum? Who wants to be hugging a shower? So we try to, be on the social media as much as we can, but we don't think we're doing that much. We need to, blow it. Then we'll try to also write to organizations, to get them informed of what we do and to also draw attention of partnership. Gradually, we're getting some partners to work with us recently, like that Abuja Social Support Development. We have eventually convinced them to stop arresting the girls, because when they arrest the girls, they give to police violates them in the cell. You say you want to bail yourself, which one you get money, abi you get the other one. I say I no get money, I just they come to look for me. Say give me what you get you go corporate, you just give me, go collect your. They violate the girls over the night, so, and the next morning they will take them and say they are going to train. How are you going to train such a person? So gradually, for the first time after this award, over 7 years we'll be following up on them. So after this award, they have calmed down and they have decided that any of our programs, they want to be part of it. So they were in this program in July this year. They were there in the beginning. They were there at the end. I think I saw some clips like that on NTA. Then we also have the digital NIDA, who we also try to work with in the area of digital literacy, because the girls, before now, they will snap their breasts and put, they will snap their bum and put. So when, after the program, the product changes. You're either snapping your cake, snapping the dress you made, snapping different things you have made, and you're now. So we say, you can do better with your phone. We don't have money to empower you with a shop. Get you a shop. We don't have that kind of money. So if you have a phone, it's already a shop. So we partner with somebody like Smidan. Smidan was in that program in July. Smidan came, to see that actually these girls are trainable. And they were just shouting, are you saying these girls are, And so there are some other, like Women Affairs, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Youth and Sports. There are, a lot of them that work with us. So, and there are a whole lot of them, the ones I can mention, private and institutional. We'll try to tell them to follow your passion. Follow your passion, follow your passion. Working, if you work in the area of just let me do NGO work, no, you just fall off along the way. But if you are able to follow your passion, like if not for passion, I don't see myself continuing with these girls. But every new day, the strength is renewed because it's my passion. We've been struggling, out of pocket, family and friends, but then we can't stop. Without 2007, when we did that first mega one, I remember that, it was like, it was never going to be. But it was even Pat who brokered the breakthrough, that made that one happen. And, the passion, everybody was just talking about it. I would just sleep and I'll wake up in the middle of the night and say, this program must happen. My husband will keep telling me, see, if you die, God will always use another person, so that the program will still happen. It mustn't be you. So don't think you're indispensable. If you kill yourself, I'll just continue with my children, So at a point, I had to, bring myself together, but to tell you the willingness. So the thing is that you must, it is a thing of body, spirit, and soul. That work is so enormous. Okay, like, even, I don't have excuse of not being there. I remember in one of the years, I was so heavy. But I was thinking of the girls. At a point I was making like every month, visiting them every month. And of course you don't go empty-handed, you go support them, sanitary pad, provisions, things you have, Bible, because we also add morals to what we do. You go there. Then I remember I was there, I think it was my last child now. And I was like almost 9 months, And the girls were asking me, they said, must you come? Are you not tired of us? I said, no, but me, I can't rest. Because I think you need to come out. I think you need to do something with your life. So it's like an obsession. So I advise anybody trying to go into charity work, be sure it's something you want to do. Be sure it will be enduring with you. Be sure you will give it everything you have. In fact, there are times, I remember that when we did that graduation of 2017, I think it was one of my staff that was asking me around 6 in the evening. He said, we have not seen you take anything, no. Not even Apollo. Not that was when I remembered I've not eaten for the day. And after that program, I had 2,000 naira in all of my accounts because I gave it my all. And as God blessing me and God always being there for Regy and Henry, I have a very supportive husband. And all my staff, all my volunteers, all my even serving corps members that work with us, I know they're like a gift. Because everybody seemed to, as if they had wanted to do charity work somewhere and suddenly they're
committed.
Yet. It's not like we're paying much. It's not, but if you see the energy, if you see us in the field, you would think we're siblings because we're all trying to do the same thing, speaking to the same goal. So I encourage anybody coming into the field, as much as you can, let your mind, soul, and body be in what you're doing. And don't think the NGO work is about getting money, for all our work so far. We have not gotten any grant anywhere. No foreign grant. I don't know how color of grant money is, but see us so strong. In fact, when Regy and Henry is mentioned, our last meeting in Awilon UN Women Roundtable that held last 3 weeks, when Regy and Henry was mentioned, if you see the upload, I said, well, so what you do, what is just, commitment. And because people see that your commitment, so far it's been family and friends that have been supporting Regy and Henry, as in committed family and friends. Because what? They trust what you do. They trust that when they give you the 5,000, when they give you 2,000, they will see the output. And all of them celebrate to see that one of our former sex workers have gotten married. In July, 2 of our girls got married. Our girls are getting married. This year, Nnenna, that was in our 2017 project, had her 3rd child in marriage. Karen has gone back to Cameroon. And she's now like the one I said that owned a TV, an online TV. She got over 12 skills from us, free of charge. Now, she told us in Cameroon there's high rate of sex work. And she thinks her people need her. With all the impact she has gotten, she needs to go and replicate same to her people. So you see Regy and Henry reaching out across the world. Yes. So...
All right, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.